Hey,
Hey, well, that was a video from Dan Scavino. Good evening, everyone.
good
Uh,
evening.
good evening. It looks like we've got Inspector and Moxie and Fibo Cube all in chat.
And Natalie.
So, yeah, hello, everybody. That was an exciting video because the results are already in. uh, Nikki Haley and Trump. Trump has already been declared the winner on every site that I've checked while that video was playing. So, whoo, I thought maybe we'd be going through the results and waiting for the results to come in during the show, but it's already done. Trump won Iowa, and it looks like he won the first primary in the nation as well. So, yahoo, go Trump. We've got Herbie in chat too. Hey, uh, it's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, I mentioned in our Telegram chat when I announced we were going to have the show tonight, we had a plan to go through a video and break it down related to cancer, but there's so much going on in the world. So much going
So
on.
much.
But yeah, the primaries, like, we don't even need to talk about that. Trump just won. That's pretty awesome. So, um, but there's a lot more going on in the world, and I wasn't able to collect everything, so I might be scrolling through some information, but I didn't cover a lot of things that were happening. So I thought maybe it would be cool to go over some of the news that I never posted because I was just so busy. But do you have anything first, Moxie? Is there something that stood out to you over the last week with all the
Just,
happenings?
just talking about the primaries. What's his name? The one that you talked about a couple weeks ago.
Vivek.
He dropped out,
Yeah, that's right.
and
That
then
was
Ron
big.
DeSantis dropped out on Sunday.
I know.
And Trump decided he was going to retire de sanctimonious.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't pull that video up, but yeah, he he's retiring. So those are the big standouts for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One big thing that Inspector, I appreciate you. Uh, it's funny because in Telegram chat, he just wanted to be able to ban people, but I gave him more powers because I feel like he's got really good things. Every time he sends me something, I post it, and he's just got a brilliant mind and research. But he posted on my channel today, so I gave him extra powers to even post on the channel. Thank you, Inspector. He posted Carrie Lake. I don't know. Did you guys see that bribery tape, that audio? Uh, the the chair of the legislature in Arizona is trying to bribe Carrie Lake. I feel like that's huge
That
news.
is. I was eating my dinner tonight because I've been on the go all day, and I almost choked when I was when I was watching that.
Isn't that
It's
crazy?
blatant. Like,
Yeah. I mean, well, I do have the video. It's a long video. I'm not going to post the whole thing. I said I want to cover some news that I didn't cover, but even though Inspector posted this today, I think it's worth saving on her podcast. I just want to play a little bit of it because it's just my mouth dropped open when I saw this.
So what's going on? I'm assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. There are very powerful people that want to keep you out of the census.
They do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So, this conversation never happened.
This is crazy, though. They should want me. I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Well, maybe you're right.
They are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This never happened. Don't go. Do me a favor though. I'll get myself in trouble. If you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
I don't doubt that either. Today's world, man. if that stuff that came out last week is right about the cartel stuff, man. They said the cartel's operating in 50 states right now, like all 50. You know? So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. Let's just say there are people calling around saying, "Gosh, no, they can't repeat this. Never repeat this. If you say no, don't. Because say I got offered to buy out. Don't use it. Because then we lose our ability to get things done in the future."
Here's my problem. Rather than just say, let's work with her, she's a great candidate, because they don't own me, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that went on for quite a while. That is unbelievable. That representative should have criminal charges against him, and they need to find out who he was talking to.
Absolutely.
They were trying to bribe her to drop out of the Senate race and or put it on pause. The way they term things, it sounds like a movie script. I mean, seriously.
It does. He looks and sounds so shady.
Yeah. Oh, V800. Hello. It says they come as friends to stab you in the back. Isn't that true? Hey, Magnolia's with us too. So we've got Magnolia, Herbie, In God We Trust, Inspector, V800. Thanks everybody for joining us. Yeah, so that was huge today, I think. But there was other news that I just didn't post because I'm not posting. I'm working all day, so, and I don't want to like spam you guys with a ton of posts constantly. But there is some stuff that's been going on that is kind of surprising. So, and interesting, I think. So I'm gonna bring some stuff up. Did you have any other items you wanted to cover first?
Do you have anything about the January 6th bombing?
I do not. I didn't bring anything up for that.
I don't have anything to bring to the table for it, but there's a lot of key footage that's missing. Specifically stuff that would help ID the bomber. That came out last year already.
Yeah, actually, I do have that.
They released a video of the cops not, rushing around, trying to take care of the situation after they were alerted to the fact that there was a bomb.
That's right. Yeah, that video. There's a guy that walks up to report it, and it's sitting right there in a bench right next to them.
And you can tell that there is definitely a camera that's being used because they zoom in on this coffee cup that's not too far away from this pipe bomb that's next to a bench where the coffee cup is.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Super sus. Super sus. They took their sweet old time to getting someone to remove it. They were acting very calm. So I think that's super sus. Yeah, 2 J6 things came out. Yeah, and the committee deleted more than 100 cryptid files just before GOP took majority. Like, we need some accountability here for all of this stuff.
We do. How is this being allowed?
Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. What do you guys think in chat?
Now,
Go
if
ahead.
we were trying to go after, the Democrats, like they would be prosecuting anybody who got rid of evidence.
Oh, yeah, if it was flipped, you mean?
Yeah, if it was flipped, they'd be all over anybody who was suspected of deleting something.
They sure would. Yeah, they'd be all over them for sure. So that's that's an interesting story that came out this week too. There's so much going on. So much going on.
Oh, look, there's Red.
Oh, is Red here too? Hey, Red. Oh, is Red Pocket Friend?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I need to get a spreadsheet
It's okay. I'll remember.
Okay, I know we can always count on Moxie remembering people's
I can
behavior.
remember things like that, but like there's a lot of important things that I can't remember.
Oh, really? So you remember
I
little
mean,
things?
not that remembering my friends aren't important, but I remember, tiny little details and not the big things that I need to remember.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, so one of the one of the things that came out that I don't know if you guys even heard about this. Let me know. But Oregon, for their last election cycle for 2022, used an AI to flag election misinformation. So they're using AI now to try and identify what people are saying. And this is kind of an interesting thing because they have a report. This is a really good article. I'll post this after the show so you guys can read through the details. But it says the Oregon Secretary of State's office used artificial intelligence in the 2020 election to flag election fraud concerns and dis, and malinformation. But what they mean by that is people who speak out. So one of the things just wanted to scroll down to, and it's kind of little. Let me expand it. These bullet points. Some of the things that got flagged were people who said mail-in ballots are used to commit voter and election fraud in Oregon. People saying that future elections can't be trusted due to the 2020 elections. And they flagged someone saying voter and election fraud has been happening in Oregon for decades. So this is what they're flagging and calling misinformation.
So, there was something in the New York Times that came out in 2012 that talked about mail-in ballots and how they couldn't be used because they would be fraudulent.
Oh yeah, there's videos of Democrats saying that mail-in ballots would invite fraud.
But it's
And they
okay
were,
when, the
yeah,
Democratic president wins and,
yeah. What's interesting though is so they have this whole report. And in this report, like this is one of their reports. They had a weekly narrative report. And here's what they say, mail-in ballots are used to commit election fraud in Oregon. So this was something that was flagged as a risk level of high. And the countermeasure is public messaging. So it's all about the narratives. And how can that be a high risk for somebody just stating their opinion? Right?
I mean, the truth is pretty risky.
It is. So that's these items that were bulleted. So they mark them as a high risk level. So, and
Yeah, I
but
mean, in the
yeah.
last few weeks too, the Biden administration has talked about being worried that AI is going to actually like tell the truth about elections too.
Oh, did they say that? I
They
missed
did.
that. Did they?
Yeah, I think it was 2 to 3 weeks ago. I can't remember exactly
Wow.
when.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, Red called Nikki a toast. Oh, I am not following that conversation.
Not either.
I don't know what's going on in chat there, you guys.
Toast Haley.
Oh, Nikki Haley. Oh yeah, she's toast. That's right. That's right. No, but the Oregon legislature then submitted a letter to the Secretary of State because it's the Secretary of State that does this. And this was sent back in November. And saying, we call on you and your office to immediately halt implementation of the misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation analysis platform services. So this is an IT contract that they have for AI to flag all these. So they're literally using AI to go find people who are talking against the election. So I found that one kind of interesting.
It is.
But more AI news
Oh boy.
is uh, yeah, this is crazy. There's so much that happened at the WEF. It's just kind of nuts. I wonder if I have. I'm just gonna see if I have this. No, I didn't save this video clip, but so they're talking now about AI with vaccines. So I'm just gonna play this quick, make sure the sound is up.
But when we have the next pandemic, we don't want to have to wait a year before we get the vaccine. And if AI can shrink the time it takes to get that vaccine to a month, then that is a massive step forward for humanity. But when we
So if you couldn't hear it, because the sound is very low on this particular video, but basically they're saying AI can be used to create a vaccine in a month.
How about no?
How about no? How about no is right? Yeah, kind of crazy, but part of this kind of falls into some of the other WEF discussions that they were having. So I want to make sure I pull those up. I have so many WEF ones. So here's one is that the biometric digital ID cards could track vaccination status. The Dutch Queen. I do think I have her. Sorry. I told you. I warned you guys. Yeah, here it is. Let me play this video.
When I started this job, there were actually very little countries in Africa or Latin America that had one ubiquitous type of ID, and certainly that it was digital, and certainly that was biometric. And we've really worked with all our partners to actually help that being, to grow this. And the interesting part of it is that, yes, it is very necessary for financial services, but not only.
Sure.
It's also good for school enrollment. It's also good for health, who actually got a vaccination or not. It's very good to get your subsidies, from the government.
Can you believe that? Like, they're really wanting to push the digital IDs. And even Tony Blair called for digital vaccination tracking at Davos. So they're pushing it hard from every angle, and all these world leaders are bringing this up. I thought this went away with when COVID was around and they were talking about it. No,
It's absolutely necessary. They need it for control.
Yeah, they do. So I don't know. I just found that to be kind of interesting. But another thing, kind of, gosh, WEF, they sure talk about creepy things.
They absolutely do.
They do.
Make my skin crawl.
But, so we have the primary today. We're going to have our elections in November. And, they are so afraid of Trump. But before I get to the fear of Trump, I don't know if you guys saw the Klaus Schwab video of him at the WEF Davos forum. But he, maybe I should let it speak for itself. And you guys can let me know what you think about Klaus Schwab here, and we'll talk about it after.
You do not even have to have elections anymore, because you can already predict, and afterwards you can say, why do we need elections? Because we know what the result will be.
Why do we need elections? So they want to use AI to predict who will be the ultimate winner. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Last time I checked, that's not how we run our system.
That's right.
Like,
yeah.
people are gonna say.
Yeah. Herbie or Inspector says the massive step for humanity would be jailing all the sickos messing with viruses. That's so true. That would be awesome. Well, I think we'll see that day one day. But yeah, so they're really so they talked about the elections at the forum. they are very worried about Trump. They talked.
Is there a
Huh?
date on that video that you have, that Klaus Schwab one?
It
swear I've seen
showed that it was
before.
It was posted. Huh?
Because I swear I've seen that before,
Oh, did you? Maybe you saw it then.
like months ago, though.
I didn't. Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, no. I got it from an article that was posted this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then he's
But I
repeating
don't know.
himself, which
I
is
don't
scarier.
know. Huh?
He's repeating himself then, which is scarier, because that means they're
Well,
getting closer to pushing it harder.
I think they are. I think they are. Let me see what the date was on this. I can't tell. January 18th, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was more, but they definitely are talking about the elections. They were talking about vaccines. Then they really talked about Trump a lot, which is interesting. So I've got a couple of videos on that. 1 second.
Democracy often depends on trustworthy systems being able to hold untrustworthy individuals, right? And so what Trump is a master at is sort of completely rattling and bringing down sort of the structures of institutions. And this would be the ultimate act. I can be elected from prison. It's the ultimate screw you.
You know, the Georgia case in particular, because he can't pardon himself because it's a state case, the state RICO charge, is going to be an ultimate test. So I think, you know, if he wins and we're going to be in a constitutional crisis.
I want to make sure that we've got time.
If not a bigger, violent crisis.
Yeah, no, it's a very curious thing, Alex, because I read a lot of what Timothy Snyder, who I know has been here, writes, and you think to yourself, this contest between democracy and the Constitution that seems to be playing out, and it's hard to interpret. I want to make sure that we've.
You notice they use the word democracy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Like he's a threat to our democracy.
We don't have a democracy.
Right. So we have to keep reminding people of that, I think. Yeah.
Their democracy is their system that they are imposing upon us, which is not what we're supposed to be having as a constitutional republic.
That's what, yeah, we're a constitutional republic. And they definitely want to change that. So yes, he is a threat to their democracy. To their
not
democracy.
Our democracy, theirs.
Let's see. In God We Trust says, doesn't HIPAA guarantee me medical anonymity? Why would I be forced to disclose my vaccination or not status via a chip? This stuff really makes me angry. Who do these people think they are, right? I know. It's infuriating.
HIPAA's a little different because it protects your information from providers, health providers from sharing it with third parties. It doesn't really protect you from anything else, like having to disclose it elsewhere.
Really?
Yes.
You would think it should.
It should.
Well, we have rights to privacy right in the Constitution. I don't think you need HIPAA to tell you that.
No.
You know what I mean? So
no, HIPAA just protects me from talking about one of my clients with someone completely unrelated who doesn't have who doesn't have access to that information.
Yeah, that's I don't know a lot about the HIPAA laws, but that's interesting. So you're in the healthcare business, so you know. So thanks for that info, Moxie. It's it really is good to understand exactly when we have laws like that, what those protections actually mean. So Yeah, Deplorable Mike is here too. Hey, Mike. He asked, was President Malay the only one to call out these globalists at the WEF on their socialist tyrannical agenda? Was he there? Or did he have a response? I missed it, Mike.
I think he was there.
Oh, hey, Mike, if you've got a link you want to throw in chat, I'll pull it up because I want to see that. And so we have one more TDS video.
Do you know that TDS is an internet provider in my area? Fiber optic, and I refuse to get it because it's called TDS.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Did you call him and say, hey, do you have Trump derangement syndrome?
No.
You should
I have
call
better
him.
things to do with my time.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so here's one more Trump fear.
I think we are talking too much about Donald Trump in Europe, and we should prepare ourselves for a possible second term for Donald Trump by fostering our European competitiveness. Doing our homework is the best preparation for a possible second term of Donald Trump, and this includes our capabilities to defend ourselves, being an attractive partner on eye level when it comes to the economic situation and when it comes to a fair burden sharing under the roof of NATO is the best we can do to be in a good partnership with the United States. And then it doesn't matter which administration, if we are attractive, if we do not have to ask others because we have capabilities ourselves, it's the best way to cooperate.
So, what do they mean by defend themselves? Quite a statement, isn't it?
It is.
So,
and I kind of missed some of the message because somebody was sitting next to him wearing what looked like a garbage bag with like designs painted on it.
What?
I don't know. I was really distracted by it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's been a long day.
Well, yeah, I just why they talk so much about Trump. They know he's going to win. They talked about how they know he's going to win, and they're trying to prep for him winning. He pretty much said we have to prepare ourselves. So I found that to be kind of funny that, you know, they're talking about Trump. There's some more dystopian there's some more dystopian things here. Let me I don't know why that's so big. Oh, here's an interesting thing that was talked about at the World Economic Forum. This is mainstream media. And well, I'll play it and then we'll talk about it. Yeah.
If you go back really not that long ago, as I say, we owned the news. We were the gatekeepers, and we very much owned the facts as well. If it said it in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, then that was a fact. Nowadays, people can go to all sorts of different sources for the news, and they're much more questioning about what we're saying. So it's no longer good enough for us just to say, this is what happened, or this is the news. We have to explain our working. So readers expect to understand how we source stories. They want to know how we go about getting stories. We have to sort of lift the bonnet, as it were, and in a way that newspapers aren't used to doing, and explain to people what we're doing. We need to be much more transparent about how we go about collecting the news.
So she's complaining that they used to own the news and just whatever they said was fact in everyone's minds, and now people are questioning. She's literally complaining about that.
It's funny how that happens.
We owned the news. We owned the facts. What kind of statement is that? You know?
It's an admission.
Without question, pretty much. And now that there's all this alternate news, they're like, they need to be more transparent? Like you didn't do that before?
Should have been transparent from the beginning.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God, that one just shocked me. Pocket Friend says it's arrogant. It is.
Didn't they say the quiet part out loud?
Yeah, definitely the quiet part out loud. Oh, Moxie. Pocket Friend said squirrel to you. Oh my gosh, that just cracks me up. That's red, right? Pocket Friend is red,
Yep.
right? Oh my gosh, that cracks me up, red. She totally squirreled. We do that. We say that at work. We go squirrel, squirrel when people are getting distracted, needing to focus on what's happening. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I do that all the time.
What's that?
I do that all the time. I am
You
so easily
squirrel?
distracted.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't have my coffee in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I can squirrel a lot if I don't have coffee. I need my coffee. But here's something I bet you guys didn't hear about. Okay. Yeah, we need to talk about this after. I don't even want to set this video up for you. I just want you to watch it.
I mean, ecocide as a word is becoming better known around the world, and the concept is generally mass damage and destruction of nature. But legally speaking, what our organisation and other collaborators aim to do is to have this recognised legally as a serious crime. Because one of the...
Okay, ecocide, serious crime. That is farmers. She's talking about farming being ecocide. Ecocide. She made up a new word.
Anybody else just want to punch her in the face when she talks?
I mean, did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
You did see that video? Oh,
I did.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think anybody saw it. You know, I'm out of the loop then.
And both times I saw it,
Yeah.
there's something about her face and her voice that just makes me want to punch her. I don't know what it is, but I just the way she's so like, it's not even that she's like smug about it. It's just like she's like so serious, trying to push that, and it's just like Red just said that's psychotic arrogance, and it is. It absolutely is.
Oh, that's a good point, Red. I like that, psychotic arrogance. You know what? Everyone at WEF has psychotic arrogance. That is such a perfect term for them. I've got another one.
They're better than us.
Yeah. Well, no, that one I'm not going to show, actually. Let's see if there was anything else interesting at the WEF. Yeah, the Wall Street Journal saying they owned the news was crazy. They're also pushing, and didn't make like a lot of news because they were mostly talking about Trump and stuff, but they want to coordinated system of carbon taxes is what they're pushing. And I think that's it, except for I've got Pepe Lives Matter. This is crazy. I can't believe this happened at the World Economic Forum. This is going to be my not a meme contribution tonight. It's not a meme. Okay, that's enough.
I'm not sure what I just witnessed.
Huh?
I'm not sure what I just witnessed.
I don't know what I just witnessed either. It was kind of crazy. So, and the funny thing is Elon Musk responded to this video. And he said, wow, I didn't know Elizabeth Warren was at Davos. Oh, Elon. Oh, that was good. That was good. Whoopsie, I got rid of my bookmarks. Let's see what else I got going on here. Oh, yes. So So Alex Soros posted this, and it's dollar bills and a gunshot, window. And he mentions silver currency. And so one of the things posted about this from Cat the Great. I wanted to point this out. So if you look at the picture of the dollar bills there, you can see at the top it says silver certificate, right? And then what's interesting is she says, why did Alex Soros show this article that included a silver certificate bill? She points out the parallels to JFK. So right before his assassination, he issued Executive Order 11110, making it so the U.S. government couldn't issue currency without going through the Federal Reserve. People could trade in silver, coins, etc., and be issued silver certificates. And the silver certificates threatened the need for the Fed's banknotes because it was backed by silver. So Kennedy, before he died, not only did this, but he also talked about, the CIA. He did he was going to go after.
He wanted to tear it down.
Yeah, he wanted to tear it down. He wanted to drain the swamp. But so besides the blatant bullhole plus 47 comms, his article photo appears to contain. It's also been widely speculated that Kennedy was assassinated because of this executive order. I think it's a combination. The CIA is definitely a part of it, but I think it all ties together.
He was too much of a liability.
Yeah. So she asks, was this done as a warning to Trump if he decides to eliminate the U.S. debt by taking away the Fed's control over creating money? So I don't know if you guys remember, but when President Trump was president, he talked about wanting to bring it back to the Treasury and away from the Fed. So, yeah, I found that story to be super intriguing. And somebody posted it in chat too. So, but yeah, I do think that I feel like that was a warning for Trump. I do. What do you guys think? What do you think about that? I don't remember who posted it in my chat too, but I found it on Cat the Great, the analysis on that.
Red is asking, didn't Trump join together the Fed and the Treasury?
What's that?
Red is asking, didn't Trump join together the Fed and the Treasury?
He did something with the Treasury, but I didn't think he went all the way. I don't have a lot of knowledge on that. I want to research it. I think we should do a show on it as a follow-up to our Fed show. But yeah, he definitely did something to combine them and tie the Fed's hands a little bit. And I don't know. I don't know exactly what that was, so I'm not going to speak to it. But if somebody, In God We Trust said, yes, he did, Red. And yeah, he has plans. That man has plans. He sure does. Trump has plans to drain it all. And they fear him. And one of the stories that came out this week was even fears grow that Trump will use the military in dictatorial ways if he returns to the White House. So all this Trump fear is really going around everywhere. The WEF, the media, yep, they're terrified. They are terrified. And I know I don't have it, but Pepe Lives Matter posted this long MSNBC rant that they went on to talk about how scared they are if Trump were to win. Do you know before he ran that's what they said, like, oh, these horrible things are going to happen. And It didn't. So people aren't
Part of it
stupid.
did.
People aren't stupid. They saw what he did. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. And let's see. Oh, and you know, last week when we had our show, I said we were going to talk about disease X, and we didn't.
I know. I noticed that afterwards. I'm like, oh.
I know. I don't know how I forgot that.
You remember when I first brought up disease X like months ago?
Yeah, they were talking about.
And I wrote it down on a sticky note.
You did? What does it say?
Disease X.
Oh, really?
We wanted to keep an eye on it. Here it
Oh,
is.
yeah. Oh, you did keep an eye on it. Oh, my goodness.
That's been up there for months.
They've been trying to see what sticks. You know, last year, I think they came up with the Kraken variant and, you know, but yeah, disease X. And did they have another simulation around this? Or no, they're creating vaccines ahead of time for it, right?
They were using AI to make the vaccine ahead of time.
How do you make vaccine ahead of time when you can't even see the disease?
Because they changed the definition of vaccine.
I know.
That's how you can do that now.
That's such a good point, Moxie. That's such a good point. Yeah, well, I have a little video on disease X. It's long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing.
The British government has unveiled a new vaccine research facility where scientists are working to prevent future pandemics. It's located at Porton Down, a high-security research facility best known for its work on chemical warfare. Experts are preparing for what is known as Disease X, or the next pandemic virus. Our health correspondent Dominic Hughes was given rare access to the facility.
So they have a brand new facility. You know, I don't know. It's
interesting.
Yeah. Well, remember they tried monkeypox, and
which ended up being, you know, sexually transmitted.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know these things. Red says that they just gave their first Ebola shedding quaxine. What's a quaxine?
Red also says that their terror wrestled her jimmies.
Their what? I don't get
it. Them being afraid of Trump wrestled her jimmies.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Wrestles her jimmies. You're so cute. Oh, my goodness. You're adorable. Let's see what else we got. I think I had something else to make fun of. Oh, no. You know, this one's good. I wonder if I should play this one.
Also, Deplorable Mike says he just sent you a link on X.
Oh, did you? Okay, let me go to X and we'll find that. Thanks, Mike.
And Natalie wants to know whatever happened to the murder hornets. I am also salty about the murder hornets.
The murder hornets.
I wanted murder hornets and I never saw one.
Wasn't that like a long time ago?
That was at the beginning of COVID, I think.
What's going on? How come did I get kicked off of? Oh, no, I didn't get kicked off of X. Okay. All right, Mike. Thank you. I'm going there. It's Vigilant Fox who had the Malay video.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. You rock. Let's see.
We are now at the best time in the history of humanity. It is worth asking why I say that the West is endangered. And I say this precisely because in those of our countries that should defend the values of the free market, private property, and the other institutions of libertarianism, sectors of the political and economic establishment, some due to mistakes in their theoretical framework and others due to a greed for power are undermining the foundations of libertarianism, opening up the doors to socialism and potentially condemning us to poverty, misery, and stagnation. It should never be forgotten that socialism is always and everywhere an impoverishing phenomenon that has failed in all countries where it's been tried out. It's been a failure economically, socially, culturally, and it also murdered over 100 million human beings.
Yeah, that's a good Vigilant Fox video. Although I think they're too nice by calling it socialism. You know,
Mm.
I feel like it's bigger than socialism. It's
It's straight up
even,
communism.
yeah, it's crazy. So he reminds Moxie of Ebenezer Scrooge, but he reminds Pocket Friend Red of the monkeys. Hey, we're the monkeys. Yeah, that's funny. Thank you, Mike, for shooting that over. That was an awesome find there. I didn't see that one. So one thing I did see was that with all these globalists, the nice thing that I saw is that GOP members presented a defund Davos bill to defund them. Now, I didn't know we funded them. That's a little bit nuts. Like, what
It
do we
is.
fund? What do we fund? What do we pay? Like, I wonder how much we pay. Do you guys know? I have no idea. I didn't even know that. When I saw this article, I'm like, wait, what? We pay them? So I thought that was pretty interesting. And let's see. Yep, I already got that one. So, oh, well, there is just one little thing that I saw on Twitter. I'll just speak to it. Somebody posted, and you guys tell me if you heard this, but somebody posted that there was good news out of the federal courts today that said that there was an Amish farmer facing 5 years in federal prison for not obtaining a license when he was selling firearms. And the judge granted him full probation with no prison time. So that's pretty cool.
That is.
I guess I'll show it to you so you guys can look up this. Oh, this is the lawyer for it. So this must be pretty accurate. He said he was pleased to represent Reuben King, is the guy's name, and glad to see this outcome. So, yeah, he's not going to face prison time. And honestly, why would you? Like, we have the Second Amendment. And I
Yeah,
know
they're trying to push a law that in order to sell a gun, you have to register as an FFL.
Yeah, it's I think that's ridiculous.
I think that's what that is, an FFL.
So, I think I got that. Yeah, let me just see if I'm just going through my stuff. Oh, one cool thing. Well, here's one thing. One cool thing is somebody, so Michael Flynn was speaking and somebody asked him, are you going to get ready? Because Trump, in a speech just a couple of months ago, pointed to Mike Flynn and said, get ready. So we know that he's going to be a big part of Trump and his administration in some way. But he deflected this question. So let's watch it.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Very nice. Very nice. You got questions over here? Right away, I looked at my wife. You know, she's giving, Here's what I will tell you, because I have been there. That it is, especially with my upbringing and my fiber, the DNA that I feel and what I feel about this country. A question like that is a very, very hard question to say no to. Okay? And I was asked that question, would I consider it, by Trump in 2016.
Whoa.
And I was one of 4 final candidates.
So there's more to the video, but wow, Trump asked him in 2016. So A lot of people are suspecting that Michael Flynn would be his choice for VP pick, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Flynn? Do you think someone else? I've been thinking either Flynn or Elise Stefanik or Stefanik. I don't know proper way to pronounce her name. I do think it will be someone like that or someone we're not expecting.
I'm thinking Pence.
You think Pence?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But we'll see. Red, that's your guy from your county? Scott Perry. Who's Scott Perry? I don't know who that is. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat, but I don't know what that meant. Sorry about that. Can I cover one more WEF thing?
No. Of course you can.
What is going on with George Soros? Why would they even put him in front of a camera these days? He's on a decline, just like Joe Biden is. Did you see the video of him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Greenland ice sheet affects acid
So he was having trouble reading. I don't know when that video was taken, but anyway, I just I'm like,
That
what
looks
the
like
heck?
elder abuse to me.
Yeah.
Putting him out there and letting him struggle like that.
Yeah, for sure. And you think like he handed over the business to his son Alex, who I think is just as crazy as his father, if not more. Like he's got super TDS. Alex does. But yeah, that's what I have. We haven't done meme wars in a while, but we do have a few memes to show. And then I think we need to get back to our meme wars.
Yes.
But these are all from Moxie. And we did record a meme wars recently, but I don't think did I publish it? I don't think I published it. So I will publish the last one that we did.
I think that one was with Carrie, wasn't it?
I have to know it was me and you, I think. And I have to do some video editing. I could be wrong. Maybe we did. It's been a little busy.
I don't remember. It's been really busy since I started my new job. Like,
oh yeah.
It's been insane.
Well, congratulations on your new job, though. That's exciting. But yeah, we've got here. I'll pull up some of these. I've got 4 memes, and I've got. Do I have a video meme? Yes, I have a video meme too. So, all right. So let's pull up your memes first. You want to read them?
If Democrats thought for 1 minute that illegals were voting Republican, you'd see the border wall from space.
Isn't that true?
It is. And I actually got that from Joey in Dot Connecting Anon's chat.
Oh, that's awesome. Somebody asked, how old is George Soros? And you answered 93. Yes. And In God We Trust says, I love Flynn, but better placed as Secretary of Defense.
I agree.
He would be a great Secretary of Defense. Get that place cleaned up. So, and In God We Trust says, I hope the job is everything that you need, Moxie. Aw.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I absolutely love my job.
What's that?
I absolutely love my job.
Oh, that's good. You know what? I think that's important for you to love your job. I think that's awesome.
It feels like a calling.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I mean, I love my work too, but I don't think it feels like a calling to me.
That's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. This stuff does, though, that what the
Mhm.
stuff we do. All right, let's go to the next one. You can read them all.
This is also from Joey. Make no mistake, this election is not about two different men. It's about two completely different Americas. Choose wisely. And I'm just going to
Exactly.
ignore that apostrophe that doesn't need to be there.
That's true. It doesn't. It doesn't.
I didn't notice that before I sent it to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have sent it to you.
Yeah, we can't be picky with meme makers. That's for sure. Like grammar doesn't matter in memes.
It makes my eye twitch a little bit.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. All right. This one was posted by, this is from Grand Old Memes, and Dan Scavino reposted it, which is super cool. Yeah. And reserved for green vehicles. And then, so, we showed I didn't show the full Carrie Lake video, but the way she responded to that guy that was trying to bribe her, she was on fire. She's like swearing, saying the F word, and she's going to be on them, and she can't be bought, and she can't be bribed. And she was going on such a good video. So somebody posted a response in my chat, and I just had to repost it. And I just think it was pretty cool. You want to read this one, Moxie?
Chesticles. When you're amazing, brave, take no shit goddess, and got some serious balls, but they're on your chest.
And that is Carrie Lake. That's right.
I also identify with this.
Oh, do you? TMI. TMI. All right.
I mean, I don't take any shit.
What?
I don't take any shit.
No, that's true. Oh, you're not talking about the last part.
I'm not talking about the booze.
All right, here's our final meme. It is a video meme, and this was epic.
And so yesterday I stood on this stage and said some things that I should not have said. But we all deserve a second chance. So I would like to apologize to absolutely no one. None of you were elected to show us how we should live our lives. All of you motherfuckers took your private jets to show up to this meeting, so don't lecture us about the environment. I ain't eating bugs, you can eat these nuts, and once again, you and your fake climate agenda can go fuck.
That was so awesome.
I was gonna ask how he got that black eye, but I think I know.
By the way, I think, I don't know what the percent is that's in for New Hampshire, but Trump is up by 14 points, I believe, or 13. He pretty much,
Did you
took
see
her-
the amount of people voting for Haley, though?
What do you mean?
Like, last I saw, it was like he was up at like 19,000 votes, and she had like 17,000 votes, and I was like, who is voting for Haley?
Oh,
I think it's a lot
well,
of Democrats there.
So no, that's what's happening. So we already knew of thousands of people who were removing their Democrat designation so that they could vote in the primaries to oust Trump.
And
So we knew that this one was going to be a lot closer because of that. Thousands of Democrats did that. So,
and let's be clear, they're not voting for Nikki Haley. They're voting against Trump.
oh, they for sure are, and they shouldn't even be allowed to vote in the primaries, because that's supposed to be for your base to pick who they want the nominee to be. But if they didn't do that, he probably would be so much more ahead. And even with them doing that and their shenanigans, he's still way ahead of her. So I don't know if they can do that in other states. It'll be interesting to see the next one, but yeah. Any other closing thoughts or things that happened this week that you want to touch on?
I do have something else. Uvalde.
You've got what?
Uvalde.
Okay.
There was that shooting there, And
Yeah, that
the
was a while
DOJ
ago.
report came out about that, and it found that there were critical failures in leadership among specific law enforcement officers who rushed to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary. And they're blamed for the 19 students and 2 teachers dying.
Really? The
Yeah.
response? Oh, interesting. You know
They're
what
saying
else?
that there were big failures there. I mean, we already knew that, but they're catching up.
Yeah.
And CNN obtained a copy of the report from a family member of a Robb Elementary student.
Hmm.
So CNN is the one putting this out.
That's shocking.
Them
That
doing
is
real
shocking.
journalism? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, real journalism. And that they even sought it out. You know?
That's interesting to me.
But you know, there was another gun related news that came out recently that I didn't post, but Alec Baldwin might be facing manslaughter charges for that shooting on the Rust movie set.
It keeps going back and forth. It's so weird.
Yeah, didn't they dismiss that or? But
yeah,
now they're
it was dismissed, and I'm not even sure what's going on anymore. I'm so confused as to why they're deciding to charge him and then not charge him and then charge him again. And
yeah. And the other big news, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens, but the Supreme Court staying the appeals court order to have the Border Patrol stop cutting the wire down at the Texas border. So it's not finished yet. Like that's not like the final thing, but I'm curious about that because every state should be able to protect their own borders too. Like they are sovereign. They're a sovereign state.
I have a video of Peter Ducey getting John Kirby to admit that the Biden administration wants to tear down the razor wire.
Yeah, and I also saw today that Border Patrol, or not Border Patrol, the Texas is still putting up the razor wire, even though that was the decision from the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically, what I'm thinking is that they have to allow the Border Patrol right now to be able to cut down the wire, but they're just going to keep putting it up. They weren't ordered not to put it up, were they? Were they?
I don't think so.
Or were they just ordered to allow Border Patrol to get through?
I have no idea.
I know.
Texas
Anyway,
is a whole other country right now.
I know. A lot of people are saying online that it's almost like the government is trying to get them to start a civil war. And then I'm seeing, people talking about Texas should secede from the Union. And I mean, there's all kinds of talk like that, but I'm not like posting any of that because it's just chatter right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I posted Just Human and he says, understanding is greater than reacting. And I do get that, but it still is upsetting, right? So we'll see what happens. It's shocking, actually. It's Amy Comey Barrett and Roberts, who doesn't surprise me, but Amy Comey Barrett surprises me with her siding with the Dems on this one. But we'll see what happens. Anybody have any thoughts in chat? Well, I think we're caught up on that. Anything else you want to bring up, Moxie?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, well, I had fun with you tonight, and I had fun with you guys in chat. You guys are, hilarious and fun, and thanks for sending stuff over, like Mike. Appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a fabulous night. We'll see you in Telegram. I'm posting on Twitter and Truth very rarely, but I need to post on there more. But I'm mostly hanging out with you guys in Telegram, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Don't forget to like it too. If you like our video, it gets out to more people. Please like it, please.
Please comment. Please share us with your friends.
Yes.
Don't forget to follow us.
Yes, and follow us. Tell your friends to follow us too. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
I can see clear.